got a little question, a little query. Little query for you. So, superpowers, like X-Men powers and superhero powers, like comic booky powers. The shape-changing powers, like the ability to transform yourself into another person or another being.
Sure, shape-shifting?
Yeah, let's assume you have the power to change your shape into another person.
A person? Or like could you be like Odo from Deep Space Nine? Or
Sure, it doesn't matter. It
Okay.
doesn't matter. But
All
let's
right.
assume you have the shape-changing ability. If you change your shape, let's say you, Scott Malanke, change your shape into a black man, would that be like blackface? Would it be like blackface?
You're gonna Tropic Thunder me right now.
I'm the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude.
What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people? I don't know.
I thought of this because I was watching Venture Brothers one day.
Oh, I've been watching Venture Brothers too.
I was watching Venture Brothers one day, and friggin' Richard Impossible changed sides to being what did he change his name to? From Dr. Impossible to Dr. Incorrigible or some shit like that. And they had to sneak aboard Gargantua 2, and when he snuck aboard Gargantua 2, he learned how to change his shape to like morph into different people, and he morphed into the big, large black man that he was like an old boxer back in the day. Yeah. And when they got into like the back room and he morphed out of it, he was like, "Does that count as blackface?" Yeah. And the dude just and Fat Choice just looked at him like, "It's like, what the fuck you talking about?" So that got me thinking, like, is that a thing? Like, would that be a thing in like the comic book world?
I mean, that is the most hypothetical of hypothetical questions the world has ever been asked. But I find it very intriguing nonetheless. And I mean, no, I think it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, fuck, why not, right?
So
I guess it depends.
Okay.
On the situation.
Now, continuing from that thought, does that mean that for Halloween I can go as blackface, but then when somebody gets rude with me, I can say, no, I'm just a mutant that has the power to change his shape, and I just changed my shape to be a black man? Would that count, or would I just get my ass kicked?
You would probably get your ass kicked. That's what I was going to say. They would take all of your candy. But, man, fuck all that. I'm thinking about Venture Brothers. How great is that show?
It's a great show.
Have you been watching the new season?
I've been missing. I caught the first 3 new episodes, and then I've been missing a lot of the new episodes. I've been missing it.
Dude, the new episodes are fantastic. They're so good.
I think I made it through to the reveal of the Monarch's father and Dr. Venture, where his father's been and everything like that. And after that whole series of episodes, I've been missing a lot of everything after that.
Oh, you got to catch up on that. It's a good show. I recommend it strongly.
It's just time.
I mean, you'll have time because God knows when this season is over, you're gonna have to wait 8 years before the next season.
Oh yeah.
So you'll have time if you do get behind. That's not an issue. But I do like that show. Hey, we're back.
We're back. Yeah, we it's not been a month,
Season 2, episode 2. Here we go.
Going strong.
So we're drinking right now.
Drinking a drink.
We're drinking the Hickory Light. We've had this as the beer of the show before, so it's not going to be an official beer of the show. We're just going to give a shout out. We're drinking the Hickory Light, which is from the Stone Church Brewery. Now, we're going to pull back the curtain a little bit here. Adam and I, we had a fight. Adam, we had a fight.
Yeah.
We were recording an episode, and maybe we'll hear it on the outtakes episode. This episode that may never happen.
I doubt it, but
so we've been talking since we've started about doing a clip show of some of the stuff that falls to the cutting room floor.
I have all the stuff that we've never aired.
We have so much great stuff that hasn't aired that would be great on a clip show.
Air quotes, great stuff.
It would be great, but it would take a lot of time and effort to go through it and edit it. So who knows if it'll ever see the light of day. But Adam and I got into an argument. We've argued before on the show, but this one got a little heated.
This one got real fucking
heated. It got a little heated. So we didn't want to air our dirty laundry out there for all of our fans. But basically, we're going to talk about. We'll just briefly discuss it. We won't get into things, but the old Stone Church Brewery that we've had on the show many times, we're a big fan of. Actually, my family, which I don't remember if I said this on the show before, I might have. My family was part owners, not the sole owners of it, just part owners. So we didn't want to brag about that because everybody'd be like, oh, they're just talking great about their beer because they own it. No, that wasn't the case at all. But unfortunately, Stone Church Brewery recently closed.
And it's sad. Stone Church was a great. It was a great establishment. It was a fantastic place to go to. And
part of it was my fault that we got into the fight. Part of it was your fault. We were both, I think, a little bit to blame.
Yes.
Yeah, I was quick to blame on other things. And I still stand by my remarks that I made that the area where we live, the population, the people, they weren't right for it. I still stand by that. But I've reflected on it a little bit more, and I don't think that's the sole cause. I think there were mistakes made in management, and I thought the beer was good. I thought the pizza was good. Other than that, the menu was very part of Midland, and it is what it is. It's the business world, but it's gone away. But it might come back, Adam.
And I would be happy.
It might come back. A lot of people who worked there lost jobs, and that you never want to see that happen. But one of the other owners, there was actually 4 owners when it started. 2 of them dropped out after the first year, and then 3 years later, a third one dropped out. So that left my stepfather as the sole owner, which he couldn't make that happen by himself. So he's in talks right now with other people to possibly come and buy in and open it back up. So we're holding out for a hero that maybe someday it'll open back up.
I need a hero.
Yeah, we need one right now. So without us getting into too in-depth, without us getting into another argument, we'll just leave it at that. And we're drinking the Hickory Light from the Stone Church Brewery in Hermitage, Pennsylvania. Adam, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. We had some good times there.
We did. A lot of good times. Now, I do need to fact check myself on last week's episode that we did air. One of the fact checks I need to do was we mentioned The Watchmen. I was talking about The Watchmen last week, and I'd mentioned that The Watchmen was not a DC property. And evidently I was wrong. Apparently,
I thought it was.
The Watchmen is a property of DC. I was wrong about that. And yeah, I wanted to fact check myself on that. So
we make mistakes.
I was wrong about that. So, yeah.
I thought it was. I
don't know what the fuck I'm talking about half the time. So
yeah, neither do I. But I thought it was, but I wasn't 100% sure. So when I said, "Isn't The Watchmen a DC?" and you said, "No, I don't think it is," and I was like, "Oh, okay." I left it at that because I didn't know. But okay, well, cleared that up. Watchmen is a great movie.
Fantastic movie, love it.
A great movie, and I'm looking forward to the Netflix series they're supposedly having. I don't know too much about it, and honestly, I don't care to look into it yet. I want to go in blind and just start watching it.
Speaking of Netflix series, did you hear that Netflix is might be working on a series, Last Airbender?
Oh, I did hear that.
The makers of the Avatar Last Airbender series on Nickelodeon are supposed to be doing live action Last Airbender series on
So I
Netflix.
heard it was the same creators of the Nickelodeon show. That was great. It was coming to Netflix. That's great. And then I heard it was live action, and that's not great.
No, but here's why it's great though. It's the same creators of the Nickelodeon.
I know. It's very great.
That's why it's great. That's why it's great.
That show's awesome.
Here's the thing. Like the M. Night Shyamalan Last Airbender could have been great.
So much potential.
Had
I saw
so
that
much
in the theater.
So did I, and I fell asleep in it. I don't think I've ever fallen asleep in a movie before. I fell asleep in this movie. Here's the thing. It could have been great if it didn't have M. Night Shyamalan. Okay? I really do believe that it could have been great.
I kind of like M. Night Shyamalan. Yes. I know what you're going to say.
He's got a lot of garbage. Got a
He
lot of
does
garbage.
have a lot of garbage. I mean, when he first came onto the scene, people were calling him the new Steven Spielberg. Like, he knocked some movies out of the park when he was very young. But then toward the end of his career, he put out a lot of trash.
Yeah.
And The Last Airbender is one of those trash films that he did. Yeah, and I was a big fan of the Nickelodeon cartoon. Were you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did.
like-
I liked it.
So my brother-in-law, he and I went and saw The Last Airbender in theaters when it came out. Like, the week it came out, we're fucking pumped. We both loved the cartoon show. This is going to be sweet. We got our popcorn, we got our drink. And midway through the film, I remember, like, looking over at him, and he had, like, a disgusted look on his face. It was, like, one of the weirdest fucking parts. And I'm like, can you believe this shit? Like, it was so bad.
Yeah.
I actually had to, in the middle of the movie, say that. It was bad.
It was garbage. It was garbage. Well, like, you had this weird look on your face. You're like, yeah, like, I was really excited whenever I heard about the Netflix series, and then I heard, oh, it's live action. Well, like, why would you want a Netflix animated Last Airbender series when you already have the Nickelodeon animated Last Airbender series? Like, you already have an animated Last Airbender series. Like,
True.
why would you want to repeat? Like, if
True.
you're, like,
Yeah.
if you're going to have a new Last Airbender series, you'd want it live action, and it's with the creators of the animated series. So if you're gonna have a new anime or a new series live action,
I would have made it.
at least you've got the creators of the series that you love doing
you've
it.
got the creators of the series you love. You got Netflix that does well with this.
Yeah.
I would have made it a prequel cartoon, take place before Aang and everything we saw with the last Avatar, The Last Airbender, and I would have called it the next to Last Airbender. And
Of course you would
it
have.
would have been a prequel, leading up to. I thought there's potential there.
Well,
but-
yeah, there's some potential there.
Anyway, and then you can have a third one. The Airbender After Text, starring Ice Cube.
Well, they did have a sequel series after that, though.
Yeah,
Remember that? There was,
yeah.
What was it? What was it? Korra, right?
Korra, yeah.
Yeah, there was that one.
I
That
didn't get into
that
it.
bitch.
Did
right?
you watch it?
No, Aang was in there. He was
know,
old, he
I know.
was a dirty old man, wasn't he?
Yeah, I watched part of it and I never got into it, so I never finished. So I don't even know too much. It's kind of anime.
Well, yeah, it's drawn in the style of anime.
Yeah, I don't do anime. I did that show. That show was good.
Yeah, it's drawn in the style of anime.
Would you consider the later, not the original from the 80s, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to be anime? The Nickelodeon one.
I'm trying to. Well,
There was 3 series.
yeah, you gotta work with me here for a second. Okay,
I know.
like I'm trying to think of which series you're talking about here.
It's confusing because there was several series. Okay. So we had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series, the original, that was my childhood, that I fucking love. We did our top 10 cartoons. This was number 1 for me. That ran from 1987 to 1996. Then you had the next...
Does that have Bebop and Rocksteady? That have Krang and
Yeah.
Okay.
Krang the Technodrome, and like the
Yeah.
original
yeah,
80s.
okay. That was me too.
Yeah, okay. Then you had the next series, which... This is the ones where they had, like, white eyeballs, and their bandanas were, like, always flowing in the wind. And it was still called the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It ran from 2003 till 2010. And I remember watching that. And I remember it being garbage. And it sucked, so I stopped watching it. But then the third series was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or TMNT, on Nickelodeon. This show ran from 2012 to 2017. Okay, I mixed it up. I apologize. The TMNT from 12 to 17, it's computer animation.
Okay.
The one before that, the 03 to 10, it looks to me like comic booky drawn, more so than anime.
Okay. Can you show me a picture real quick?
Yeah,
Just like real quick.
all 3 of them are on there. There's so many.
Okay,
There's so many
you're-
different
so
iterations.
Which year the one you're talking about? The one that you think looks
There's
anime?
3. I think I answered.
You know what? You're right. It's more comic
Yeah.
booky than it is anime.
I think so,
but
too.
there might be a.
I think I answered my own question.
Here's the thing. There's very different styles of anime. There's a lot of different styles of anime out there. When you think of anime, you automatically think of the super hardcore Japanesey girly schoolgirl style anime where it's like cutesy,
like Sailor Moon.
Yeah, like Sailor Moon anime. But there's so many different kinds of anime out there. There's that style of anime. There's anime out there that looks kind of like that too. Down there. There's like anime out there that's like Cowboy Bebop that looks like that out there. There's like Ghost in the Shell that looks like that's out there. That's still anime.
I guess I see. The anime is a real broad spectrum.
Yes, it is.
Mean, I don't do anime, but there's been times where I've been watching Cartoon Network and stopped paying attention, and it got late at night, and Toonami came on by accident, and I look up and see, the fuck is this?
There's a show I've been watching now, like right now, that I've been watching that I love. I love it right now, called Attack on Titan. I love this show so much.
I've heard of it.
It is one of the best looking, most beautifully drawn shows I've ever seen. Just the artistic drawing of the show, just like the buildings, the city, the characters, like most of the characters, they just look like generic like anime style characters, but like there's nothing cutesy about it. They don't have like the cutesy aspects of them or anything like that. It's a well done action show, but like it's like one of the most beautifully drawn animated shows I've ever seen. Like, compared to like any other animated show, even like anything Disney's ever done, like anything any animated company has ever done, like it is one of the most beautifully done animated anything I've ever seen. Like it is an incredibly drawn, artistically styled shows I've ever seen.
I don't know. Compare it to Disney. That's sacred ground you're treading on right now. So mind your step.
Like it is. Like I mean, I'm talking like environment wise. Like,
fair enough. I've never seen it, so I can't say one way or the other. I'm familiar with it.
Yeah,
but I've never seen it, so I don't know. I was just thinking about how I liked Last Airbender, and I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to think if there was any other, I guess you would call them animes, that I got into. And that's why I was trying to think. Maybe the Turtles. But not quite.
There's a couple I think I might know of that I think you could enjoy. Like I think Attack on Titan is one you could probably get into. Like it might have some aspects that you could probably like do without, but I think that's like one that it doesn't have any of those anime aspects that you hate. Like because you hate those same anime aspects that I hate. Like, there's those anime aspects that are like they get like real silly, and they have like those like like those real anime aspects of drawing where like they get like all like screamy and they have like cutesy drawing and stuff like that. I hate those too. I fucking hate that shit too sometimes.
I think we're on the same page.
Yeah,
for that.
I hate that shit. Like I love the real serious stuff where it's like, like serious stories, like serious narration or serious narratives and stuff like that. So like, I think there's a few that I think I know of that you would enjoy. Like Attack on Titan, I think is one that I think you could probably. I think that's one you could probably get into. Maybe.
You nailed it when you're watching an anime and somebody's yelling at somebody, and all of a sudden their like head goes back and their mouth opens wider than what's humanly possible, and then there's like zigzags coming all over the place, and the person they're yelling at like kind of turns red.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't like that, but I do like Scooby-Doo. The gags on Scooby-Doo that are kind of way out there.
Yeah.
Like when they run and their feet are moving but they're not going anywhere. I fucking love that. That's great. But that's like Scooby-Doo did that back in the 60s. You know, they were cutting edge. When you run in one door, run out another door. Come on, that's the best.
But that's like there's probably a lot of Japanese culture that think the same way that you think, where it's like, oh, I love the way that, Soho Taco, does like, the way like, their heads flip back and, they do the thing where it's like that. But over in America, Scaba Duba, they do the thing where they're blah, 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 and they, their legs go, blah. It's so fucking weird and everything like that. It's so weird. But, that's just them, I guess.
Was that your Japanese accent?
I don't know.
Was that it? But was that it?
But that's like,
Bay Punny!
I'm just saying there's probably somebody in Japan that's saying the same thing where it's like they're probably saying the same thing where they hate that same aspect of Scooby-Doo but they love their same aspect of their anime comedic thing cartoons.
Adam, I just loved your rendition of a Japanese accent. It was great. It's a work in progress.
It's probably insensitive as fuck too, so
anyway.
I don't know. But yeah. There's something else I want to bring up. Something else I want to talk about.
That's why we're here.
There's a podcast I've been listening to.
Oh, okay.
There's a podcast I've been listening to.
There's a podcast I've been listening to also.
I love it so much. This podcast I've been listening to. I don't know if you get into this. I haven't really been getting into this a lot. Do you listen to narrative-based podcasts, story-based podcasts?
Actually, yeah. There was one that... This isn't the one I was going to bring up, but there's one that's like a murder mystery narrative, and it's not real. They're fictional murder mystery, but they like are telling a story about this murder mystery. I'm kind of into it right now.
Yeah, it's like the podcast. In case you listeners aren't aware of, like there are podcasts that's basically like a kind of think of like old school like radio talk shows that would do murder mysteries like live and stuff like that, like just live like stories like murder stories. There's one that I've been listening to that has recently started not too long ago. That's called Wolverine: The Long Night. Marvel's Wolverine: The Long Night.
Oh, Marvel's Wolverine.
Wolverine: The Long Night.
Logan.
It's Logan.
It's our pal Wolverine.
It's our pal Wolverine.
Snipey. Okay.
Shink is what it is. Okay. And it's 4 episodes in. And it takes place in Alaska. And it's basically following these 2 investigators that go up into Alaska to investigate these series of murders that have been going on in Alaska. And they're hunting down Logan, essentially. And Logan has been hiding out in this small town in Alaska, working as a fisherman, and they're interviewing all these people, and they're hunting him down, and they're trying to find Logan. Meanwhile, there's something weird going on in Alaska. There's, some of the townsfolk are hiding something. There's this weird cult up in Alaska that's hiding something. Logan's nowhere to be found. There's something not right going on in Alaska. Maybe there's something not right going on with the 2 investigators that are up there too. Maybe they're hunting Logan down for reasons. Maybe
now, if you're not one who reads the X-Men comics and knows the story arc where Wolverine's in Alaska, you've seen that in the films too. In the very first X-Men movie, you saw him in Alaska when Rogue, remember she was like snipping a ride from him and Sabretooth attacked on the road. The very first X-Men movie, you saw him in Alaska there. Also in X-Men Origins Wolverine, there was the whole scene where he was there with his wife and remember that whole scene where again Sabretooth comes and
this is Logan before he meets the X-Men, after Weapon X program. This is Logan. He doesn't remember who he is. This is Logan.
He's already been Strikered.
He's already been Weapon X'd, but he doesn't really know who he is. He's savage. He's violent. He doesn't know the kind of person he necessarily wants to be, but he's got kind of a history, but he's in hiding. There's a mystery. There's a mystery about him. There's a mystery afoot, Watson.
So who was there investigating? Who sent?
There are these two
FBI agents.
Are they FBI?
A male and a female?
Male and a female. Are they FBI?
The male who's a believer and the female who's a bit skeptical.
Are they FBI though?
And they go to investigate these series of unexplained deaths. I'm doing an X-Files crossover.
I know.
This would be incredible.
I know what you're doing, but what I'm trying to say is the thing about the story is, are they FBI? Is my point. There's something. The whole point of the mystery is there's something up with the investigators too. The investigators aren't being legit entirely either. You know, maybe they're X-Files. Maybe they're Mulder and Scully. Maybe they aren't.
My God, if they were. I'm fantasizing over an X-Men X-Files crossover. You could just have like an whole X party.
Yeah,
It would be great.
all I'm saying is I love this fucking podcast.
I'm gonna have to listen to
I
it.
love this fucking podcast so much. It is amazing. It is so well done. It's so well produced. Like, it's not like it's just actors that are doing voices. Like, I'm talking sound effects. I'm talking like it feels like they're out in the woods. It feels like they're driving around. It feels like when they're in a mine shaft, they're in a mine shaft. When they're in a building, they're in a building. When they're outside, they're outside. It feels like they're like actually like in the environment that they're in. Like, it feels like it's so well done. It's called, if you want to listen to it once again, it is called Marvel's Wolverine: The Long Night.
And we will post a link to it on our social media on Facebook and Twitter, so you can take a listen to it. You said there's only 4 episodes out right now.
Yeah, right now there's technically 5 episodes, but the first episode is like an introductory episode where it's like just kind of like introducing the podcast and stuff like that.
So I'm okay. Like, I might get on board and start listening to this with you
It's so
because
fucking good.
it's early in.
It's only like 30 episodes per 30 minutes per episode.
Yeah, see, that's doable. That's not way far down the road where I'm like, oh, I'll never catch up. But just podcasts. I'm actually 2 podcasts, but I gotta give a little thing here. So, a friend of mine, guy I know, I should say, he does a podcast, and I found out about this through our friend Deloney. He told me about this podcast, and
Mikey D.
it's a companion podcast. But I made the mistake of I listened to the companion podcast first, and I was kind of confused, kind of lost. So I went back and listened to the regular podcast. So here's how it goes. There's a podcast. It's called Beeps Cast. And it's one lady, calls herself Beeps. I don't know her. I don't know her from Eve, but she does this podcast, and it's just like a basically about me podcast. My life experiences, telling a funny, witty, quippy story here and there. But all in all, I don't find the podcast that funny. It's okay. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's a day in the life of this person. So some people are into those kind of shows. I'm not. But this guy I know and 2 of his friends, they know this girl who does this podcast. So they created a companion series, a fan series called Beepers After Dark. And in this episode, they go through her episode. And they talk about each episode of Beeps Cast on Beepers After Dark. And let me just tell you, they are fucking hilarious. They're really fun. And they know this girl, they're friends with her, so it's all in good fun. But sometimes they're honestly like fans. Other times they fucking rip it apart. And it's just great. So I'm gonna throw a recommendation out there to listen to both of them. Beeps Cast and Beepers After Dark. You can find them both on iTunes, so they're on there.
That sounds great. So, I was watching a movie recently. It's a movie that we both love a lot. Groundhog Day.
Oh yeah, it's a great one.
Great one.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know what Groundhog Day is, you are all uncultured swines.
Yes, you are.
And you should go to Netflix right now and watch Groundhog Day. Bill Murray repeats the same day over and over and over again, and it's great. Now, there's a theory out there, and it's not a theory that I read about beforehand. It's a theory that I thought of when I watched this movie recently. I work a job where I have the pleasure of being able to watch movies while I do my job. And I was watching Groundhog Day while I was cleaning, and as I'm watching the movie, I noticed something really weird. And what I noticed was there was something repeating in this movie, and I don't mean just the day, obviously. There was something repeating in this movie. The thing that was repeating in this movie that I noticed was in the movie, there was a character that seemed to be repeating in the scenes that wasn't a main character or a named character. And that was, if you remember, there was a lot of scenes where they were sitting at the bar. You know, where it'd
The
be
diner or the bar?
the bar.
Okay.
The bar. It would either be Bill Murray sitting at the bar, sitting there having a drink, or Bill Murray chatting up, you know, somebody at the bar.
Those two locals
Or
they did drunk driving with?
No. That was at the bowling alley. I'm talking about the bar, like at the hotel or something like that. Like at the
Oh.
or like at the end of the movie, whenever the cameraman, I can't remember his name, was chatting up Nancy at the bar.
Yes. I do remember the bar now.
Every time they were at the bar, there was always one character there that the camera always seemed to focus on, and always seemed to have a look on his face every single time that they would focus on him. It was always the bartender.
Okay.
Every single time Bill Murray did something, or did something, like, for example, whenever he did something at, like, when Bill Murray was trying to make the moves on Rita, for example, when Bill Murray was using his special gift to make the moves on Rita to, like, find out something secret about Rita.
Like when he was at the bar and he ordered the drink that he knew Rita got.
Yes.
Which was kind of an obscure drink.
Yes, and or when he was trying to find out information about Rita and he's making a note to himself about, like, that. Every time he would do something about that, it would cut over to the bartender, and the bartender would give a little smirk, or, you know, it would cut over to the bartender. I thought about it, and I have a theory.
You're going to say it's God.
Bartender's God.
Bartender's God.
Bartender's God. Bartender's God. Like, think about it. Think about it. Because it's not the only time it happened. Because here's the thing. Even before that happened, when Bill Murray was first theorizing about it, it was like his third day that it happened, whenever Bill Murray was first sitting there, like, drinking and stuff like that, and, you know, he was sitting there, and he mentioned, like, hey, can I have another one of these with alcohol in it this time? Uh-huh. Like, he looked over and he gave him a smirk, like, huh, whatever, and stuff like that. Like, he was like the only, like, unnamed, he was like one of the few unnamed characters that they just kept cutting over to him constantly. Like, constantly they kept cutting over to this character, like, every time Bill Murray did something, and just, like, you know what I mean? If you think about it.
And why? I read certain things that one of the things said that Phil Connors was stuck in that day for 10,000 years.
Yeah.
That was one of the speculations. There's no really, I don't think Harold Ramis ever said how many days he was stuck in that day. But people speculated how long he could have been that. He learned everybody in the town. Why did he not take the time to learn the bartender's name?
Yeah.
Why didn't he say, hey, Joe, or whatever? Because it was God.
Yeah, it's God. God was sitting right there the entire time watching him.
What if God was one of us?
Motherfucking God sitting right there.
It's a clever theory. I like it.
It's a clever theory. I like it.
Yeah.
These are the thoughts. These things I think about when I'm at work.
Yeah.
Instead of being productive and doing my job. So I have a thing that irritates me. I want to hear you.
Is it something you should get checked by a doctor?
No, it's nothing like that.
Not like that?
I got a thing that irritates me.
Is it a rash?
No, I got a thing that irritates me. It's something
not like physically irritation.
It's something that it's something that irritates me, and it's something that shouldn't irritate me. But it's something I think about. It's one of those things where you see things that, you know, post on social media, and I'm kind of like, why do that? It's one of those things where it's like when you see things that, like, when you see like a bumper sticker about somebody like, oh, my kid is like an A student, like, you know, when you see parents posting or putting bumper stickers about how great their kid is and stuff like that, and
my kid's an honor student at Benjamin Franklin Middle School.
You see things like that, and it kind of irritates you. Like, who gives a shit? Like, who gives a flying fuck? You know, and it shouldn't irritate you, but it kind of does. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what irritates me?
What irritates
Inspirational tattoos.
Oh.
Inspirational tattoos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, somebody gets a tattoo on their forearm, and it says believe. I fucking hate that. Who gives a flying fuck?
Maybe you didn't see it. Maybe it said believe, and maybe they're just huge Justin Bieber fans.
That's even worse. Fuck that nonsense. That's some grade A nonsense.
Inspirational, like have live, laugh, love tattooed
Yeah.
on your lower back.
That's some grade A nonsense.
So I'm going to say something here that's probably controversial.
Please light the fire.
Okay.
Light the.
And it could
Go
be,
ahead. Light it up.
Could be me being ignorant. It probably is, but I'm going to do it anyway, Adam.
Good God.
I think tattoos are trashy.
Really?
I do. I have 0 tattoos on my body. And there was a time when I was a younger, high school and even right out, that I wanted to get a tattoo. And I had delusions of grandeur of what kind of tattoo I wanted to get and where I wanted to get it. And, you know, I never pulled the trigger because A, I don't really like needles. Who fucking does? And B, they're expensive. And C, they're permanent, Adam. They're absolutely permanent. And you know me, I like change too much. I get sick of the same old thing. I like to be different. If you get a tattoo on your body, it is there to fucking stay. So I don't like that. Like I've had pierced. I had my nipples pierced. I had my ear pierced. Guess what? You get tired of them, you take them out. Poof, they're gone. But you can't change a tattoo. I feel like tattoos are everywhere now.
Yeah.
So many people have them. So many people. Not everyone, but a lot of people. And especially the nasty ones. They're like on their necks and shit. And the big, gaudy, horrible ones. I just don't like. My sister, she had a tattoo here, a tattoo there. Like small ones. They're fine, whatever. But then she got this giant tattoo of Storm on her thigh. Storm from the X-Men. And she loves it. And hey, it's her own body, it's her own money, whatever she wants to do is fine. But not for me, bro. Not for me.
Like, okay, here's my thing about that.
Okay, let me hear about
Here's
it.
my thing with that. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. Here's why. Because that's art. That's art. I don't have a problem with art on your body, okay? If it looks cool or if it looks good, that's fine because that's artwork on your body. My big thing is inspirational tattoos piss me off because who gives a flying fuck? I am what I am.
I am what I am.
I got one for you. Go fuck yourself.
You get that tattooed?
Yeah. I got one for you. Like, geez. Like, here's the thing. It's one thing if it's like something like a quote that your mother said all the time and your mother died and you're doing it to like as like an something to like in her honor or something like that. That's one thing. But like I don't know, like what can you get tattooed on your body that's like a phrase or a quote that's really that important? Like if it's not something to make somebody laugh or something to like somebody to look at that's like, oh, that's really fucking cool, then it's not worth tattooing on your body. Like, I'm sorry. Like in all honesty.
I love my tattoo-free life.
Your tattoo-free life. Is that where you're gonna get tattooed on your body?
Yeah,
I love my tattoo-free life.
I will not apologize for art. No, I'm not a fan of tattoos. And it's a personal prejudice of mine. I understand it, but I just find them trashy. I do.
So we found the one thing you're prejudiced about.
Oh, I'm prejudiced over more than one thing.
So I did want to ask you something. Before this podcast is over.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about the Browns losing streak being over? How do you feel about that? I know we don't talk big about sports on the show. I know that's one thing we don't talk big about, but I got to give you some sports talk sometimes, and that's one big thing that has happened. The Browns lose streak is over. So I want to give you your soapbox, and I want you to give you something to talk about.
Well, as you know, I'm a big sports fan, huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan. And unfortunately, my Steelers haven't looked too great this year.
I've been watching Pittsburgh Dads. I've noticed
They-
that something's been going
The
on.
Steelers, it's through 3 games of the season. Their record is 1-1-1. They won 1, they lost 1, and they tied 1. Ties don't happen that often. Guess who they tied, Adam?
Browns.
The Cleveland fucking Browns. Now, hey, we didn't lose to them. But the Browns did finally get a win after 600 and some odd days of not winning football games. They finally won. And you know what? I'm actually happy for them. I am. I'm not a Browns fan. I'm a Steeler fan. But it was only a matter of time before they won. And I actually have to say, a friend of the family we have actually plays for the Cleveland Browns.
Really?
Yes. So I
You
kind
want a
of
name drop?
Yes, his name is Orson Charles. He's a tight end. He's a backup tight end for the Browns. My cousin that lives in Florida, her husband was a high school football coach. He's no longer. He does other things now, but he coached him in high school football and became friends with him. He went off to college, played Division I ball at Georgia, and then he bounced around the league for a few years, a couple different teams. Well, it seems like he's found a home in Cleveland. He's doing a really great job, and big time pulling for him. So as much as I don't like the Browns as a team, I kind of have to root for them because I want Orson to do well. So that's that. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care if the Browns win. Now the streak was funny. It was funny to me from the outside looking in, but you knew eventually they'd win. I think their team is much better this year. So I guess that's all I have to say about that. I mean, I don't think they're going to be a playoff team by any stretch of the imagination. And if my Steelers want to be a playoff team, they need to start playing better. They need to start playing better now. And I hope they do. Football. Fuck it, suck it, chuck it, football.
Is that really all you have to say about it?
Yeah, I don't care. You honestly thought they were going to lose forever? I didn't. I knew eventually they'd win a game. The streak had to have come to an end at some point. It did.
I was expecting a little more passion out of you.
I might have been more fired up if they would have beat the Steelers, which they didn't. I might have been more fired up if I didn't know somebody who played on the team. But that's all I have to say about that.
Disappointed in you, sir.
Well, why?
Expecting a little more passion out of you.
The city of Cleveland has suffered enough.
That's like the most backhanded compliment I've ever heard.
I mean, call it what you will. It's kind of true. It's kind of true.
It's so backhanded.
Yeah.
It's so rude. So rude.
Are you happy with me now? Have I done a better? Did I redeem myself? Did I asshole enough for you now? Or do I need to keep going?
Yeah, I'm satisfied.
Okay,
now.
all right, good.
I got a weird thought. Actually. Okay, I got a weird thought now. You know how sometimes shows have to recast characters because actors' contracts get fucked up, or actors die off, or actors decide they don't want to play a role anymore. What if we lived in a universe where after every single season the characters all got recast? Period.
I don't think I'd like it. In fact, I'm sure I wouldn't like it.
Sure about that?
Yeah, why?
I mean, why not?
If it's a good show, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I mean, you can get away. Are you talking about TV or movie?
I'm talking about, like, doesn't matter, is what I'm talking about.
Okay. There's sometimes you can get away with it. Like, people don't even notice. Like the one dude from Game of Thrones who looked nothing like the other guy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. I can't remember his name.
The
but I
guy
know
with the
you're
long
talking
hair, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden he was gone, and it was another guy who didn't have long hair, who looked nothing like him.
about. I know you're talking about.
And like they just like talked to him like we should know who he was. I remember thinking, wait a minute, who the fuck is that? And War Machine in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
It was Terrence Howard, and then they put Don Cheadle in there.
In fairness, that was like so early on that like they didn't have any choice in the matter. Like, I think if that was like later on enough, then they would have been like, well, we got to kind of try to negotiate with this guy because.
So you can get away with it at times, but I don't want to make it normal, I guess you would say. Why do you ask?
I don't know. I was just thinking about it. I was like, I wonder what it would be like if we lived in a universe where after every single season, you just recast the entire cast. Like you just brought in a new cast, whole new cast of characters. I don't know. I just thought it'd be weird. I just thought it'd be interesting.
Like drafting a fantasy football team every year.
Yeah.
Starting over.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I just thought it'd be an interesting thought.
Well, we were talking off air before we started recording the show, and I mentioned how finally, after all these years, all these years, and you're proud of me, I finally started watching Doctor Who.
Yeah, I'm so fucking proud
I got into it, and I kind of like it.
You do.
And they did a clever thing with writing in how the Doctor regenerates and how they can change a character. I mean, that probably was never the original idea, but they probably, oh shit, we need to get a new actor. How can we figure this out? Oh, he does this thing that's called regenerating now. I love how they do that.
I would be willing to bet that was probably the original idea. I'd be willing to bet that they were probably like, look, we've always had problems in fucking shit that like, look, what if we just made this weird idea that like, look, it's just this dude that fucking just regenerates all the fucking time. We just got a new actor.
And they're like, if we do this, we can keep this show running for 50 fucking years.
You're crazy! It'll never work. You're insane.
I mean, maybe. I don't know too much. Like I said, I just started getting into the show. But,
yeah, it's really fucking good. Here's the thing. Like, it's really, really, it's a really good show. It's a really amazing show. And it's gonna keep going. Like, it's gonna really, really gonna go for a while. Like, they finagled it. Like they did some TV story bullshit to where like if you know anything about like Time Lords, which is the race of being that he is, they only get like 12 regenerations before like they die and they're done. Like period. And they did some finagle TV story bullshit to where like Matt Smith was supposed to be like the end. Like that was his 12th regeneration. And then they did some finagle TV bullshit to where it's like, oh, by the way, like, we did some science bullshit to where it's like, he's got a whole new set of regenerations now. So we get 12 more Doctors.
12 more Doctors.
That's 12 more. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Make it rain.
And there's no, is there a set, because like I said, I'm new to the show. Is there a set timeline? Like, or does the regeneration just randomly come?
It comes. Are you talking about like? Is there like a lifespan?
Yeah.
No, because Peter Capaldi's character is like 1 billion years old. Because, I'm not gonna tell you it, but there is like, well, no, that's up in the air because sometimes they grow old, sometimes they don't. And sometimes I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know if Time Lords die of old age or not. I don't think they die of old age. I know they grow up and they grow old. I don't think they die of old age.
But I mean, though. Like, does the Doctor have a calendar sitting on his desk? And if you flip forward, oh, here's my regeneration day.
No,
they don't have that.
They don't know when they're going to regenerate.
But like, do they just get like a tingly feeling when it's going to happen? Or
no, it's more like, oh, somebody shot me, I'm going to regenerate now. But, like, it's one of those things where it's like, somebody shot me, I'm going to regenerate, but if somebody kills them while they're regenerating, they just die. It's one of those kind of things where it's like, but if, I think it's like, if somebody shoots them in the head, though, or, like, cuts off their head, they don't regenerate, because they have to be dying, not dead, to regenerate. That kind of thing. So it's like, if somebody shoots, like, somebody can shoot a Time Lords have 2 hearts. Somebody can shoot him in the hearts.
I learned that part.
Somebody could shoot him and stuff like that and kill them, and they could be, like, dying, and then they regenerate. But, like, they don't have, like, a, like, scheduled, like, like it's October 4th, 2055, time for my regeneration period, or it's not like I'm 2,500 years old, time for me to regenerate. It's nothing like that.
Why do you have 2 hearts? Why do you have 1? Do you have high blood pressure? Very high. It's a good show.
It's an amazing show. I'm really happy you're watching it. Now, if I can only get you to watch Firefly.
I knew you were going to fucking say that.
You could make it through Firefly way faster than fucking Doctor Who, so...
I started by accident, though.
What?
So,
Yeah, well,
Doctor
yeah.
Who.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to. It just kind of happened.
And look, you're happy you started.
I am.
So
I am.
see what makes you happy? If you only listen to me, you'd be happy. What does that tell you?
I should listen to Adam more often?
Yeah. So, hey. Well...
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. It's a good show.
Good show.
It's a
We're
great
back. Season
show.
2.
Season
We
2.
regenerated.
We regenerated. Regenerated for season 2.
Regenerated.
We gave you some good suggestions for things to get started, things to watch.
We got 10 more regenerations. So
yeah,
we're
something,
good.
something
We're good
like
to go.
that. Yeah.
Get ready. Get ready.
Yeah.
We're going to run for 50 years.
As long as we live that long, we'll see.
Just keep regenerating.
Yeah.
So, Adam, how can the people get a hold of For Your Distraction?
If you guys want to get a hold of For Your Distraction, you guys can email us foryourdistraction@gmail.com. You can find us at our social media sites, Facebook and Twitter. Search For Distraction @podcastfyd. We're on iTunes and SoundCloud. Search For Your Distraction. Like us, follow us, share us with your friends. The only way we're going to grow is if you guys help us grow. We are also a member of the Be Real Podcasting Network. Head over to Podbean, search for the Movie Guys Podcast. That is our official hub for the Be Real Network. Currently, the Be Real Network is down to only the Movie Guys Podcast and us right now. We've had to, right now, all the other podcasts have had to stop. They've had other obligations they've had to tend to. So if you guys have any podcasts, or if you guys know of any podcasts that are looking to join a network, or looking to have some fun and looking to, joke around with some other people and have a good time, let us know, or email the Movie Guys Podcast. We're always looking for fellow members of the family.
Hopefully, we can find some new podcasts to join the Be Real Podcasting Network. If not, Adam, we may be in the market for a new podcast home. Who knows?
Who knows? Either way, no matter what, we're going to have fun. Doesn't matter.
All right, we're going to keep it going. Keep it going, keep it going. So, if you were a Time Lord and you had a TARDIS, and you could go back in time to Earth, any point in history, what would you do?
Back in time?
Only back. Because we don't know what the fucking forward is.
Only back in time. Go back in time.
Okay, Huey Lewis.
If I could only go back in time. I would go see what the dinosaurs really look like. I go see some dinosaurs. Some dino DNA.
I'd go to October 21st, 1955.